And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. And good afternoon, everybody. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Elsberry High School, where we are at the softball field. And this afternoon, we're going to see softball game, the varsity softball game between the visiting Bowling Green LadyCats and your hometown Elsberry Lady Indians. I'm hoping this is a very good game. The Lady Cats traditionally have an extremely good team. They've been state champions, what, 2 out of the last 3 or 4 years, something like that. And while they don't have those exact same players anymore, I think they are still a threat. But your Elsberry Lady Indians have an extremely good team this year. They had a good team last year. They went to the Elite Eight in the state, and they are ready to play this year. They have a record of 4-1, and let me look here, see what I have for Bowling Green as of. Well, I don't have it. I don't have it with me right at the moment. But anyway, I don't think Bowling Green has the exact same records that they've had the last few years. But believe me, they'll be ready to play. So the reason I'm on early tonight, we still got another about 53 minutes till this game starts. But the reason I'm on early tonight is because this is senior night. Supposed to have been last night. This game was rained out last night. But this is senior night, and I'm going to interview the 4 seniors that we have on this team. And I'm going to be going in numerical order by their uniform numbers. So I'll be starting off with Tiny Henderson, and then her sister Tyra Henderson, and then Kylie Kinsler, and then Morgan Jones. So let me go round up Tiny first, and we'll get her over here. I'll get the camera adjusted on her, and then we'll have a couple of minutes to talk to her, and you can get to know her just a little bit in case you don't already know her. So anyway, I will be back in just a very few minutes.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
All right, let me get the camera adjusted around here, and we'll get this on her. And where'd she go? Let's drop this down a little bit. And I can't see all that well on my computer screen because the sun is shining real bright. But that sure looks like her. So anyway, welcome, Tiny Henderson. It is Tanisha. Okay, try that again.
Oh, wait, is my mic on now?
Your mic is on now.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can hear me through yours, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So I know your real name is Tanisha,
Yes. That's
but
me.
for whatever obvious reason, everybody calls you Tiny. And I can't figure out why. But, but anyway, you are a 4-year varsity player for this team.
Yes.
And I've said before, I don't think there's any player out there that's any harder to get out at the plate than you are. They just don't know how to pitch to you.
Yes, that's true. I've struggled a little bit this year, but it is what it is.
Right, yeah. I mean, I've got the numbers there, but we're not going to bring them up right now.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, your senior year, what are your plans for the future?
So my plans after high school, I plan on finishing AIT for the Army National Guard and going to college to major in criminal justice.
In criminal justice?
Yes.
All right. Probably arrest me someday.
Maybe. Maybe.
So the National Guard. Now that's like a 2 year commitment or
It's a
something.
6 year with
6 year.
2 year reserve, so 8 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll stay out of any kind of conflict, and you can spend most of the time running around the United States.
Yes.
Um, so, what has been your favorite memory as an Elsberry Lady Indian?
My favorite memory would definitely have to be last year's season. We made it past districts. We won a district title. Made it past our sectional game and our quarterfinal game. We lost in our quarterfinal game, but
Right.
it was a really fun game. It's probably the best game we played all year, but it was really fun. I definitely have to say that was my best memory.
Okay. Well, good. Well, hopefully there'll be a better memory this
This
year.
year, yes, yes,
Because you guys have the potential. There's no doubt. And tonight's going to be a test
yes,
against Bowling Green. No doubt about that. That's going to be a test. I know they don't have the same team that they've had recently, but they still have good coaching, and they know how to win. So tonight will be a good test for you all. Um, Now, can you tell me how can your experiences as a high school athlete help you in the future?
In the future, well, let's see. That one's a good question. I think it builds character in a way. Yeah, that would have to be my answer. It builds character.
Well, it does. I mean, you learn how to win, you learn how to lose, because you can be a bad winner.
Yes.
You know, and I've never seen you guys do that. And honestly, I've never seen you guys be a bad loser. I know you guys beat up on yourselves when you lose,
Yes.
and that's okay. I mean, you don't want to get yourselves too far down. I mean, gee, it's a game, but and you good old cliche of you can't win them all,
Mm,
but still, it helps to lose on occasion.
yeah.
This year's not a good time for it though. Win them
No.
all.
No. No else.
Yeah.
No.
Wait till next year. Do some losing.
Next year, maybe next year, but
Yeah,
not this year. Not
not
yet.
this year. What kind of advice would you have for any upcoming student athletes?
Um, I feel like my freshman year was just yesterday. Like time flies by so fast, and if you really like playing, you love the game, then enjoy it while you can, because I feel like time flies so fast. And like I said, I feel like yesterday was just my freshman year.
Oh, believe me, yeah. Last year I was a senior in high school, and all of a sudden I'm
Oh
retired,
yeah.
and it, it's it's amazing. Uh, and I think I've got my table here in a bad spot. Well, there's only four of you, so um, they're putting the posters up for or the banners, I should say, for the four seniors, and I'm lucky. I've got one senior right here in front of me.
Yes.
All right, so what would you like to add?
Um,
Anything?
I don't really have anything else to add. I think what you said was pretty good. Like I said, for anybody coming into high school, um, enjoy it while you can because it goes by so fast.
Right. Um, Anybody you'd like to thank for all of this?
Um,
The
Definitely my coaches, my parents, everyone that's just been there for me. That's it. That's it.
No one else did anything, right? No, I'm
Um,
kidding.
so there's a few people. They know who they are. So
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. Um, you don't want to add anything, then I guess that's the end of the interview. And go back out there, warm up, get nice and warm, and beat the LadyCats.
Thank you.
And that was Tanisha Henderson, affectionately known as Tiny Henderson. And we are now going to wait for her sister. If you would please send Tyra over. Going to wait for her sister Tyra, and we will get her. As you can see, there's some work going on around me getting the banners put up. and and we have Tyra walking up now. She's going to come up here and sit down in the chair, and the camera is already on her, like just like that. And if she puts that on forward, then it would work a lot better. All right, go ahead and get that microphone up. close.
Can you hear me on that one?
That ought to work. Okay. All right, and now we have Tyra Henderson. And number 9, if you didn't notice, I'm going in numerical order. Don't know any other, well, there's a lot of other ways I could do it, but I'm going in numerical order, smallest number to larger number. And so with Tiny Henderson being number 2 and Tyra being number 9, and that was one of the things I remember from school is that 9 is bigger than 2, and so we're going in that order. So anyway, Tyra, um, what are your plans for the future?
Like after school?
Well, not just after school today. I know what the plan is
Well, in
today.
future,
But
I
yeah,
don't know.
after you graduate.
I want to do something with nursing.
Okay.
I don't know what college I want to go to yet, but
What kind of nursing? I know a little bit about that kind of stuff. That's why I was wondering.
like RN, something like that.
Any type of specialty?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I got about 9,000 nurses in my family. And so I know a little bit about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so, well, there's it's probably better to start off just in general nursing and then pick out what you want after you get into it a little bit and see what you like.
Yeah. That's my plans.
Yeah. Um, and RN school is not the easiest thing in the world.
Oh yeah, I know.
I know several people in my family that would say, no, actually, you don't know, but you'll learn.
Mhm.
But you'll get through it just fine.
Yeah.
Yep, you will get through it. What's been your favorite memory as an Elsberry Lady Indian?
Winning districts last year.
Winning districts, and then, of course, going on and making the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And this year, a lot better chance to go a little farther forward.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, there's only 3 games after that, and that'd be kind of nice to win those 3.
Yeah.
So, all right, how can your experiences as a high school athlete help you in the future?
Just like a leadership role, and yeah, that's
Yeah.
all I know.
Well, as a senior on the team this year, yeah, you are in a leadership role. I mean, you have underclassmen looking up at you, and well, maybe not the tall ones, but, but they're looking up at you for advice. Seeing how you can play, and emulating you, and you're a good role model. I can tell you that right now.
Thank you.
And so, what kind of advice would you have for any upcoming student athletes?
Just don't take this for granted because you never know when it's gonna be your last game.
Yeah, for a number of reasons. Injury, COVID.
COVID, right?
We don't usually have that as a reason, but yeah, that's
Anything
right.
could happen.
Anything can happen. Yeah, what was it down in the New Haven tournament the other day? A girl went after, I think it was left field or right field. I mean, went after a foul ball and smashed into the fence. And I saw her later on that afternoon. Her arm was in a sling,
Yeah,
and so I'm sure she's done probably for the season.
probably.
Um, so anything you'd like to add?
Nope.
Nope, nothing at all.
No, I just want to thank my coaches and all the people that support us.
All right, and that was the next one. Anybody you'd like to thank? So,
Tiny should go away.
I turn around and there's like a pair of eyes looking at me here. Okay, well, thank you very much, Tyra. Good luck out there today, and I know you guys can win this game.
Yeah, we got it.
You got it. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And if you would make sure Kylie gets over here, it looks like Kylie's heading in this direction right now. And so that was Tyra Henderson. And so now we've taken care of the Henderson girls. And next up is our own pitcher slash third base. And that is Kylie Kinsler. And get her set up with. And she put it on backwards too. No, I can't hear you because I don't have the mic turned up.
Oh,
Now we got the mic turned up.
got it.
All right.
I'm
new to this.
So now we have Kylie Kinsler. She's number 15, and like I said, she's the pitcher slash third base. And uh, I always like to laugh about it. I've probably said it on air a million times that sitting here at the vantage point that I have, I'm able to look right at her eyes when she's on the pitcher's mound.
You're lucky, aren't you?
Well, I can see what kind of mood you're in.
I'm always in some sort of mood.
Well, I can see your mood when you're out there, whether you're smiling. You know, I can.
I try to smile.
Well, I can see a certain smile at times that I know exactly where that ball is going to be pitched whenever I see that smile.
I better come out with that a little bit more. Get a few more strikes.
But I can tell, and I can look at her eyes and see what her mood is, and so anyway, Kylie, what are your plans for the future?
I plan to go to college and play ball, hopefully. Um, Major in biology and hopefully become a pharmacist.
Oh wow,
Been a
I was a farmer. Is that close?
yeah, that's
Almost the same thing. Yeah, right. Yeah.
it's
Um,
been wanting to do that for a while.
like playing with chemicals and drug. And you didn't even know the periodic table of.
No, I know it. I just don't have it memorized. I'm not that smart.
Oh, okay.
I know some of it. Some of it.
Um. All right. So have you got a college picked out yet?
No.
No. Okay.
A little late to that. A lot late actually.
Um. Yeah. Well, they'll still be there.
Yep.
All right. So what has been your favorite memory as an Elsberry Lady Indian?
Way too many. I have a lot of good memories here. Probably winning districts last year, just the feeling of it, and competing, and then going to sectionals and winning again, and then making it to quarterfinals. Even though we lost, it was nice feeling, cool feeling.
Exactly. Because there was only 8 teams left by then,
Yeah.
and
Like a
you guys
first
were one of them.
taste. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yes, it is. That's very cool.
It
And
is.
like I said that night when you guys lost that game to an extremely good team,
They
I might
played
add.
good, yeah.
Yeah, they were a very good team.
Played pretty well too.
I realized that at the time you guys weren't feeling great about being part of the elite eight. Uh, because second place is always the worst place
Yeah.
in a tournament.
It is.
A
It
year
hurts the
later it's
most.
wonderful. We won second place,
Right.
but at the time, no.
Right.
you
No,
know,
I agree. I agree.
That's the only trophy you get for losing.
Yeah. It hurts, but
Yeah.
it's good.
But it's a learning experience, and
Yeah.
you still got this year, and that's what I like about this
Like,
team
Me too.
is the fact that everybody came back.
Yeah.
And
I
so
like it.
how can your experiences as a high school athlete help in the future?
Just being a leader and just facing adversity, and just dealing with everything at once.
Yeah.
Kind of like multitasking almost between school and softball.
Right, like keeping your grades up so you can play softball, but
Yeah.
still be able to focus on the softball
Yeah.
to where you can excel at that like you've been doing.
Thanks.
um,
Try.
any advice for upcoming student athletes?
Work hard, do your homework, and enjoy every minute because you only get 4 and it goes by quicker than you think. Well, a lot quicker than you think.
Yes, it does. Looking back on it, it's just
It's like, oh, where'd that go?
exactly. Yeah. I woke up today as a freshman and going to bed tonight as a senior.
I couldn't agree more. I'm a little sad.
Yeah. It's one of those goals. I want out of school. I want out of college or out of high school and everything. And then it's like, oh, wow.
Maybe not.
Yeah, hold it.
I agree.
Now I'm an adult. Oops.
That's the truth.
So anything you'd like to add?
No. Pretty thankful, pretty grateful.
All right. Well, that's the next one. Anybody you'd like to thank?
My coaches, all 3 of them, who've helped me get here and who've helped me become the athlete I am, person I am. My parents and just all the fans who come to every game, or who come to one game, any game, 3.
Right.
Thanks
The
for
fans
coming.
that support you.
And teachers, who let us skip class to go do something we all love. So everybody, community,
Right. Okay.
teammates.
And I will say that Elsberry has a heck of a community up here for sports.
I agree.
You
I
know,
agree.
like I said, I grew up in Foley, went to Winfield High School, and you know, Ellsbury's always had a lot of backing for the sports here.
Mhm.
And of course, I knew a lot of people growing up. I knew your grandfather,
Yeah.
um, and so yeah, that I've always known that about Ellsbury,
Mhm.
and my grandmother actually played basketball here at Ellsbury High School
Oh, that's cool.
in 1921 or 22, so almost 100 years ago.
That's pretty cool.
My grandmother was on the basketball team, and my grandfather was the coach.
That's
So
funny.
he wasn't my grandfather at the time.
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
So, all right. Well, thank you very much. If there's
Thank you.
nothing
Thank
left to
you
add,
for
and
recording our games too. It's cool
oh
to go back
well,
and watch and listen to you
um,
talk.
so like I said, you got a very good team to play against tonight, and you guys can do it.
I believe we can too.
Yep, I know you can. So,
Thank you.
all right. That was Kylie Kinsler, and I haven't looked at the lineup yet tonight, but I bet you she's pitching, and she is pitching. All right.
There we
And
go.
wow, Morgan put them on correctly. Everybody else has put them on backwards. Morgan put them on correctly.
I
So,
watched Kylie, so I made sure I did it right.
all right. So now we have our last senior on the team, and that is Morgan Jones, number 19. She gets to be last because she has the highest number. So she got to watch the others go before her.
Mhm.
So sort of like Dorothy on The Wizard of Oz or something like that. Um, so Morgan, you're the first base out there,
Yes, I am.
and you do a heck of a job on first base. You
Thank
really
you.
do. You can scoop those things up, and now I haven't seen you do the splits out there completely. Where was it, at Orchard Farm or at Wright City the other night? The first baseman there did the complete splits.
It was Right City, and I was like, Coach, I hope you don't expect me to do that because I'm not that flexible. Mm-mm.
I mean, 100% splits that she did
Yeah.
out there on one play.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
I was like, wow. Yeah.
So, anyway, what are your plans for the future?
I plan to attend college at Mizzou and get a degree in biology and hopefully get into veterinary school and become a veterinarian.
Become a vegetarian. You're not going to eat meat?
I love me a good steak. Don't get me wrong. A veterinarian.
Veteran. Oh, you're going to take care of the animals that you're going to eat.
Yeah.
In veterinarian school, I mean, do you are there like general classes, and then you maybe pick, I want to do dogs and cats, or I want to do cows and pigs and stuff. Do they have? Do you split off at some point?
Yeah, so you'll basically get all prerequisites and your bachelor degree, and then you get to choose large animal or small animal. And I'll probably do small animal because that's what's most around the area.
Anymore? Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, we don't have cattle ranches here anymore,
No.
and yeah. Well, I guess you could do large animals and do elephants and stuff. I mean, for the people that do have elephants,
Yeah.
you'd be in demand.
Yep.
You might get very hungry waiting for the person to have an elephant. All right, what has been your favorite memory as an Ellsbury Lady Indian?
I think my favorite memory was when we were handed our first district plate. We went up and I took it and I just went crazy and I jumped around and screamed. It was amazing. It was the best feeling. 'Cause
Yeah,
we hadn't done it in a long time, and to make a record of going to sectionals too was
right.
amazing.
Yeah,
That's my favorite memory.
and then getting into the quarterfinals, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
yeah. Oh, believe me, I remember those games. Yeah, yeah. You all were just a little bit excited.
Yeah.
And of course now you're playing against a team tonight that's almost like an old hat,
Yep. Mhm.
and
is.
so you guys need to bring your experience against them.
Yep.
And so, how can your experiences as a high school athlete help in the future?
I think my experiences for sure will help me with leadership roles. I've definitely since last year I feel like all of us seniors have stepped into that role of being a leader for these younger girls and setting
Hmm.
good examples to have good teamwork, good attitudes, and play good. So I think it'll help me a lot in that
Okay,
aspect.
good deal. Um, Give me some advice for upcoming student athletes.
I would say get your work done, play hard, practice hard. You can always earn your spot. You can always take a spot from someone as long as you work hard and you play hard. You have the ability. It's going to grow because I didn't when I was young and I grew it.
All right. Anything you want to add?
um, I'd like to say thank you to all my coaches, my parents, and all the fans that come. My parents and grandparents, they come every single game. They watch me all the time. Um, all my coaches have definitely taught me something good. I can take something away from each and every one of them. And of course, thank you for recording all the games so I can go back and rewatch every mistake I've made.
Well, I'll be sure and point them out for you.
Thank you. All
right. Well, that was the next one. Was anybody you wanted to thank? But
I'm a step ahead.
you're one step ahead. That's right. And that's part of playing this game is being one step ahead.
Yeah.
You know, anticipating
Yep.
what are they going to do. You know, this player normally hits the right field, so I gotta be over on this side.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Morgan.
Thank you
And
for having me.
good luck tonight. And you know, like I said, I know you guys can do it. So, all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And that was Morgan Jones. She's the first base for these Elsberry Lady Indians, and my chair is sinking into the ground. I was sitting at about a 30-degree angle. A couple more minutes, and I'd have been falling over. Oh, yeah. I'm back level again. All right, let's get this. You guys don't want to see me. Let's get this turned around here again. Get this onto the bases. Try to get the first base and third base into the picture. And all right, I was just handed the starting lineup and the entire roster for Bowling Green. I've already got Elsberry, so tell you what, I'm going to keep the broadcast going, but I'm going to stop for a little while. I've got to get my books filled out and everything, so I'm going to play some intermittent commercials, and then I will be back on in about 10 to 15 minutes, something like that, and we'll talk a little bit about the pregame. All right, we are back on the air again. Um, Bowling Green's getting ready to go out and do their pregame warm-ups. And so right now, let's go ahead and get into the pregame show. And let's get this started again. We just had the interviews with the 4 seniors from Elsberry, considering this is senior night. And just in case you're just now joining us, you can go back and because this is all recorded onto YouTube, obviously, you can go back and listen to the 4 interviews. A little insightful to those young ladies. So anyway, let's get into the pregame show, brought to you by People's Bank and Trust.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right. Like I mentioned before, we are here to watch a game between the visiting Bowling Green LadyCats and your hometown Elsberry Lady Indians. And talk a little bit about the little bit that I know about the LadyCats. I'm just looking on the computer here, and they're showing their season record is 3-2 right now. Now this is a team that I think 2 of the last 3 years they won the state championship, so they are no strangers to victory. And but I don't think they have quite the same team this year. But at the same time, they know how to win. And I don't think things have fallen off that much. Like I said, they're 3-2 in their winning percentage. Now, these records aren't always completely up to date. They just like they're showing Elsberry at 2-0 when actually they're 4-1 because it wasn't taking into consideration the tournament play that Elsberry was in, where they were 2-1 at the end of that tournament. So anyway, the Bobcats, Lady Bobcats, had a 3-2 record, but in the last, let's see, their all-time record, Elsberry versus Bowling Green, well, all-time since 2007. Elsberry has 4 wins and Bowling Green has 9. And of those Bowling Green 9 wins, 6 of them have come in the last 6 years. They have a 6-game winning streak going against Elsberry right now. Last year they played on the 10th of September, so it's been 364 days since the last game with Bowling Green, and Elsberry lost that game in Bowling Green by a score of 15-9. This year it's back in Elsberry. Okay, just a few numbers here. Bowling Green has allowed 6.4 runs per game, while they've only put up 5.2 runs per game. Whereas in the 2 games that they counted for Elsberry, they've put up an average of 11 runs per game and only allowed 3.5 runs per game. So Elsberry, back up here, find the right page on the computer here. Elsberry, like I said, they are in the New Haven tournament. They beat Herman, then they beat Bell, and in the championship game, they fell to Russellville by a score of 10-0. But since then, they played at Orchard Farm, and they won 13-1, and they played at Wright City the other night and won 9-6. And they were behind they were behind for quite a while in that game, and then in the 6th inning they came on, and they scored something like 6 or 7 runs in the 6th inning. And so the offense is there. When they can get it going, the offense is there. So that's the lineup for tonight. So let's go ahead and get into the actual players that are going to be playing. Go over this. And for the visiting Bowling Green LadyCats, playing tonight at shortstop is going to be number 10, Grace Dieters. Playing in left field, number 2, Kennedy Grimsley. First base is going to be number 24, Jade Meyer. Let's see, at third base is number 5, Grace Dameron. And pitching will be number 6, Tanner Turner. The designated player is going to be number 25, Elise Walker. And playing right field, number 14, McKenna Orff. Catching will be number 15, Lily Bowen. Second base will be number 21, Haley Prater. And the flex player and playing center field will be number 8, Briley Sparks. Okay, also on the roster is number 00, Clara Bailey. Number 4, Lainey Finley. Number 9, read the name here, Avery Gam. I think that's what it is, Avery Gam. Number 17, Emma Niemeyer. Number 19, Megan Graver. I hope I'm pronouncing these right. It's kind of written out here, and it's having a little bit of trouble reading it. Number 23, Delaney Feldman. That is... Okay, I could have turned it over, and it's all typed out. Oh, well, I didn't turn it over. All right, now playing for your hometown Lady Elsberry Lady Indians. Lady Elsberry Indians? Elsberry Lady Indians. All right, batting first and playing third base, number 9, Tyra Henderson. Batting second and playing left field will be number 20, Kelsey Plaster. Batting third, number 15, Kylie Kinsler, and she is pitching tonight. She's a starting pitcher. Batting fourth, number 19, Morgan Jones, first base. And you thought who was on first? Nope, it's Morgan Jones. Batting fifth, number 16, Mackenzie Gladney. She is behind the plate as catcher. Batting sixth, number 3, Peyton Robinson, shortstop. Batting seventh, number 14, Abby Jenkins, second base. Batting eighth, number 11, Addison Steele. She is in right field. And batting ninth, number 2, Tiny Henderson. She is in center field. Also on the roster tonight is number 7, Lily Smith. Number 17, Neosha Henderson. Number 23, Alyssa Love. And number 18, Taylor Mooney. So that is the complete rosters and the starting lineup for these two teams. And they'll be starting here in just another very few minutes. It's 5 till 5 now. The game is scheduled to start at 5. And they have a tendency to start early. So I'm not sure what they'll do tonight. The umpires are here. Bowling Green's been on the field for a little while. And so they'll be starting them up here in just a few minutes. Let's listen to another couple of very interesting commercials.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay, Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
All right, we are back. And as you can see on your screen, the umpires and the coaches are managers. Let's see, in baseball they're called managers. I don't know about softball. See what they're called. I guess it's what you think of them is what they're called. Anyway, they're out there discussing the ground rules and anything else they might be discussing. But they're having the discussion anyway. They make it look important. And Bowling Green team is in their dugout. The Elsberry girls are out just beyond first base. You just look all the way over in the right side of your screen, and you can see a couple of them there. But they're over there, and everybody looks like is going to be ready to go. And Bowling Green has a pretty good crowd here tonight. Of course, Bowling Green's not that far away, but when you have a good team, you have a lot of people following the team, and they've been very good these last several years, and so they've got a good following. But so does Elsberry. There's a lot of people here pulling for Elsberry tonight too. So hopefully they will put on a good game for everybody and just see exactly how this is going to end up. Looks like Bowling Green is getting ready to take the field. No, actually, they're not taking the field because they'll be batting first. I don't know if we're going to have, maybe we're going to have the national anthem. I'm not sure. Either the national anthem or they're going to, no, I guess, you know what, they're going to recognize the seniors tonight. I'm sure that's what they're doing. Might have national anthem too. I don't know. Nobody tells me anything. But just whatever happens, happens. Looking around trying to find a flag someplace. And I don't see one. Nope, there goes the flag up. So I'd say we're going to have a national anthem. So let's take a break now while we have the national anthem. the national anthem. And now, well, I thought maybe they would introduce the seniors. Doesn't look like they're going to. I think we're about ready to start. Let's go ahead and get a commercial in here while we're waiting.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right. Kylie Kinsler's getting warmed up. And we are getting ready to get the first batter up there tonight. And that is in the form of Grace Dieters. She is their shortstop. Try to get things organized here. It's a good thing I had the camera pointed out there. If you saw how, boy, I really ought to move this camera just a little bit. There. That way you can see Kinsler pitching. All right. That's as wide as I can get the camera, so. All right. Grace Dieter's up to bat. First pitch, high, ball one. This game has started. Second pitch was a strike and foul ball to the right side. Ball one, strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. One ball, two strikes on the leadoff batter for Bowling Green. Ball two. Foul tip, remains 2-2. Foul tip, and it was caught. There's a strikeout. So the game starts with a swinging strikeout, and it brings up their second batter, number 2, Kennedy Grimsley, left field. She also bats from the right side. Ball high. Foul ball. Strike one. Ball one, strike one. Ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. High fly ball. Abby Jenkins was under it, and I think she lost it in the sun because it hit her right in the chest. Brings up number 24, Jade Meyer. She's her catcher. Yeah, I'm sorry, she's first base. And Grimsley stole second on that pitch. So I'm not sure whether she's the catcher or she's first base. Gonna have to find out here, see where she goes when she goes out in the field. Ball hit between short and third. So with one out, Bowling Green is threatening. They have runners at the corners. They have Meyer at first base and Grimsley at third. Ball hit out into the corner, into right field. And Grimsley scores. That brings up Grace Dameron to bat. No, that was Dameron. That strike one on Tanner Turner. Now that was Dameron. Ball one, strike one. 1 out. 1 run in. Runners at the corners. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a foul ball back behind me. Remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul ball down the third baseline. Stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. And there's a call, strike 3. Tanner Turner's paralyzed at the plate. That's out number 2. Brings up Elise Walker, designated player. Strike 1 called. Foul ball back behind us into the baseball field. That's strike two. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at the corner. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 strikeouts that inning for Kylie Kinsler. Bowling Green gets on the scoreboard with 1 run. They leave 2 runners at first and third, and the score at the end of half an inning is 1-0 Bowling Green.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right. Well, I think I got the defense for Bowling Green figured out, maybe. But anyway, starting off the bottom half of the first inning is number 9, senior Tyra Henderson, third base. Ball 1. Right now, Tyra is batting. She's batting .474. She's actually tied for the lead. There's a hard hit into right field, and it is foul. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Tyra Henderson. Long fly ball. She straightened that out. That would have been to the fence. There we go. Hard hit, and it's picked up, and Tyra has to hold up at first. So a long single for Tyra Henderson. Brings up Kelsey Flaster, left field. Kelsey Flaster is batting .467 this year after 5 games. Ball comes skipping in across the plate, ball 1. There's a call, strike 1. Foul tip, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That brings up number 15, Kylie Kinsler, senior. She is the pitcher. Kinsler is batting .400 this year after 5 games. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Tyra Henderson takes off for second. The throw down there is late and offline. So with Tyra Henderson on second, that was a strike on Kylie. Strike two. No balls, 2 strikes on Kylie Kinsler. Tyra Henderson down on second base with 1 out. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2. Tied up at 2-2. Tyra still down on second. High foul ball going to go out of play. Stays 2-2. So here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So with 2 outs, brings up Morgan Jones. Jones is batting .400 this year after 5 games. Tyra Henderson down on second, really wanting to come in. Ball 1. Morgan Jones is also a senior, and she plays first base. There's ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Tyra Henderson down on second base. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Full count. Payoff pitch coming, 2 outs. And a call, strike 3. Had her tied up there. So, Tyra Henderson stranded down on second base. She got a base hit, but couldn't get around. She stole second, but couldn't get any farther than that. 3 strikeouts after that. And so we go to the top of the second inning. The score is Bowling Green 1, Elsberry nothing.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Okay, we are back. Leading off the second inning for Bowling Green is going to be number 14, McKenna Orff, right fielder. Afraid I don't have any stats at all on the Bowling Green team. First pitch swung on a foul ball to the left side. Strike 1. Ball 1. A little bit inside. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. ball 2. 2-2 on McKenna Orff. Ball 3. Full count now on the right fielder. Number 14, McKenna Orff. Payoff pitch coming here. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's strikeout number 4 for Kylie Kinsler tonight. Brings up number 15, Lily Bowen. She is the catcher. Got that right this time. She is the catcher. Ball low, and it gets away from Gladney. Kind of bounced off of her. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Nice little cool breeze blowing here right now. There's a call, strike 1. I was thinking all morning this game might be called off again today after all the rain yesterday, and it was just the sun wouldn't come out today, and so I didn't think the field would dry in time. There's a little pop-up. Kylie Kinsler's underneath it and has it. Brings up Haley Prater, number 21, second base. First pitch to Prater. She squared up the bunt, didn't commit, and the pitch was a ball. She drops it down. Morgan throws it over to Abby Jenkins, and so that was a 3-4 put out at first base, and 1-2-3 inning. And now we go to the bottom of the second inning. The score is still Bowling Green 1, Elsberry nothing.
Ooh, hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird looks showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
I always have to laugh at that commercial. You can tell it's probably a few years old because guess what? A lot of the grocery stores do deliver now. So laughing about the grocery stores delivering, it's not as funny as it used to be. So anyway, the home half of the second inning is going to bring up Gladney, Robinson, and Jenkins. And if anybody gets on, it'll bring up Addison Steele. But starting off is number 16, Mackenzie Gladney. She is the catcher. First pitch to her is a foul straight back behind us into the baseball field. No balls and 1 strike on Mackenzie. Swing and a miss. I think I might have heard that tip just a little bit, but either way, it was a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Ball hit to third. Gets through to the shortstop. And ball gets there just in time to get Gladney out. So that was a 6-3 put out. She almost beat that out because it was deep into the hole. That brings up number 3, Peyton Robinson, a shortstop. Ball inside. Robinson's batting .312 this year so far. Here's the foul ball straight back behind us. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This Bowling Green pitcher, Tanner Turner. She is a good pitcher. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 2 outs. That brings up Abby Jenkins. Abby Jenkins is batting .467 so far this year. Abby Jenkins, second base. Foul ball back behind us into the baseball field, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ball high. Abby thought about that and changed her mind. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And there's a call, strike 3. And that is 5 strikeouts for Turner. So at the end of 2 innings, we have a score of Bowling Green 1, Elsberry nothing.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right. Leading off for the Bowling Green LadyCats, it's going to be their flex player, number 8. Playing center. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, number 8. I'll get it right here. Playing center field, Briley Sparks. There's a call, strike 1. She squares up the bunt, gets it right back to Kylie. And she throws over to Jenkins covering first. And a 1-4 put out at first base is the first out. That brings up Grace Dieters, top of the lineup. I'm sorry. Wow. I got that all mixed up. That was not Briley Sparks. That was Grace Dieters. I wasn't looking at the player. There's a foul ball to the left. We have Kennedy Grimsley up to bat now. Strike 1. Yeah, Briley Sparks is the flex player. She's not going to be batting. Hard hit ball into left field. And she's digging up for 2. And she slides in. The throw was there, but She slides in safe. So Grimsley pushes that ball into a double. So a one-out double by Grimsley brings up number 24, Jade Meyer. That is their catcher. She had a single her first time up in the first inning. High foul ball. I think it's going to go out of play. Yes, it does. Over the fence, out of play. Strike one. Okay, no balls, one strike on Jade Meyer. Kennedy Grimsley down at first base. Ball gets away, and Grimsley skips into third. So with one out, Bowling Green has another runner 60 feet away from a score. Ball one. Actually, that's ball two. That last one was a ball. Didn't count it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner on first, 1 out. And she's coming home. The ball gets away. And Grimsley scores. That makes it 2-0 Bowling Green. And there's ball 4. So with 1 out, another run is scored, and Jade Meyer is on first base. High fly ball. And that's 2. That's 2 fly balls that Abby Jenkins has let get past her tonight. So with 1 out, Bowling Green has 2 runners on. They have Grace Dameron on first and Jade Meyer on second. Brings up Tanner Turner, the pitcher. She struck out her first time up. She hits the ball to third. Tyra steps on second and gets the lead runner. So fielder's choice, Tanner Turner is on. That was Jade Meyer that was thrown out at third. Brings up Elise Walker. She struck out her first time up. Ball 1. Ball back to the pitcher. Over to first for the out. So a 1-3 put out on Elise Walker. And 1 run scored for Bowling Green. They left 2 runners. And at the In the at the end of the top of the third inning, the score is 2-0 Bowling Green. Let's take a break.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right. Coming up to bat for Elsberry is number 11, Addison Steele. She's a right fielder. And so far tonight, Tyra Henderson's the only one with a hit. She led off with a hard hit. And since then, there's been 5 strikeouts, and Mackenzie Gladney was able to put the ball into play, but she was thrown out on a close play at first base. But we have Addison Steele up now. Elsberry needs to turn on their bats. Wright City the other day, they had trouble. They had trouble getting their bats going until later on in the game. There was a ground ball to third base. Addison Steele thrown out at first. So now we have senior Tanisha Henderson up to bat, center field, number 2. Ball 1 on Tiny Henderson. Bottom of the third inning, 2-0 Bowling Green. Foul ball to the left side, 1 ball, 1 strike. Another foul ball to the left side, out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2. 2-2 on Tanisha Henderson. And there is a call, strike 3. So with 2 outs, nobody on, Tyra Henderson comes up to bat. She had a hard base hit her first time up in the first inning. Hard hit ball to shortstop, and that is, let's see, who is her shortstop? That's Grace Dieters, was right there. So another 1-2-3 inning for Elsberry. They need to wake their bats up. But anyway, that's the end of the third inning. The score is 2-0 Bowling Green. Let's take a break.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
All right, here we are, top of the fourth inning. Going to bring up number 14, McKenna Orff, the right fielder. She struck out her first time up in the second inning. Kinsler looking in. Call strike one. Orford squared up to bunt and pulled it back, but it was a call strike. Swing and a miss, strike two. No balls, 2 strikes on their leadoff batter for the inning. Swing and a miss, strike three. Brings up number 15, Lily Bowen, their catcher. Foul ball to the left side, strike one. Lily Bowen hit out to first base, hit out to the pitcher her first time up. Foul tip straight back, stayed in, but that is strike two. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. There's a ball hit to third base, over to Jones and out. Brings up number 21, Haley Prater. Haley Prater hit out to first base. Jones threw it over to Jenkins, who was covering first. She hit for the third out in the second inning. And there's a bunt, pop-up bunt right to Kinsler. So 1-2-3 inning for Bowling Green. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Elsberry needs to get their bats alive.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we can teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
All right, as Bowling Green takes the field here for the bottom of the 4th inning, we're going to have Kelsey Flaster, Kylie Kinsler, and Morgan Jones will be batting this inning. If anybody gets on, Mackenzie Gladney has a chance. So Kelsey Flaster, the one of 2 left-handed batters for Elsberry. Kelsey Flaster, number 20, left field. She struck out her first time up. That was in the 1st inning. Ball low. There's a pop up to third base. First out. All right, with 1 out, brings up the pitcher, Kylie Kinsler. First pitch is a ball outside. High fly ball out into right center. And right fielder McKenna Orff grabbed that one. 2 outs. All right, brings up number 19, Morgan Jones. She is first base. She struck out standing there her first time up. Strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. Ball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. High fly ball. It's also into right field. And Orff is there to get it. So, once again, 3 up, 3 down for Elsberry. Again, they need to wake up their bats. So, at the end of 4 innings, score is Bowling Green 2, Elsberry 0.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, we are back for the top of the 5th inning. And leading off for Bowling Green is number 10, Grace Dieters, their shortstop. And let's see. No, she didn't. First pitch is the ball to Dieters. She struck out her first time up. There's a foul ball. Strike one. She struck out her first time up, and I think she bunted out her second time up. Pitcher to first base. There's a little blooper over shortstop, and she looked like she was heading for second, and it's a good thing she didn't. I mean, I wish she would have tried, but it's a good thing she didn't. So base hit for Grace Dieters, leadoff base hit. Brings up Kennedy Grimsley. She scored her first time up. And actually, I believe she scored a second run. I don't have it down here, but I believe she did. She squared up to bunt, and the ball was high. And Dieters was looking to go, but she wisely went back to first base. There's a foul ball, and she's out. Tyra Henderson was right there to catch that pop foul. So Dieters is still on first with 1 out. Brings up Jade Meyer. She walked her last time up. Base hit her first time up. Hard hit ball out into left field. And Flaster is there and has it. There's 2 outs, and Dieters is still on first base. Grace Dameron is up now, number 5. She is the third base. Ball hit right up the middle. Tanisha Henderson got it, sent it in, but we have runners at the corners now. And all 3 times up, Grace Dameron's hit it in the same place. So we have Grace Dieters at third, Grace Dameron at first, Tanner Turner up to bat. She reached on a fielder's choice her second time up, struck out her first time up. There's a hard hit ball out into a right center. 1 run is in. So double out into right center for Tanner Turner. And a run scores. That was Grace Dieters that scored. With 2 outs. And going to have a courtesy runner for Bowling Green. Be Megan Graver. She's going to be the courtesy runner for Bowling Green, going to second base. Brings up Elise Walker to bat. She struck out and hit out to the pitcher. And there's a foul ball back here to the fence. Strike 1. Two outs. Runners on second and third. Ball 1, strike 1. Fly ball right to Morgan Jones for the third out. Bowling Green left 2 runners. And at the halfway through the 5th inning, score is Bowling Green 3, Elsberry nothing.
At Elsberry Pharmacy in Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right. We're going to have Mackenzie Gladney leading off, followed by Peyton Robinson and Abby Jenkins. And if anybody gets on, Addison Steele will come up. So far tonight, Elsberry just can't get their bats going. They've had 1 base runner, and that was Tyra Henderson that led off the game with a base hit. After that, they have not had a base runner. They've been 1, 2, 3 every inning. Matter of fact, after Tyra got on, they were 1, 2, 3. And here we are in the bottom of the 5th. Hard hit ball to third base, over to first, and she is out. Brings up Peyton Robinson. With 1 out, Robinson, she struck out her first time up. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Foul ball, strike two. She bunted that one foul. Ball one. Ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Peyton Robinson, the batter. Shortstop. Whoa. Up and in, ball 3. So full count on Peyton Robinson. And a call, strike 3. For the second out, Abby Jenkins up to bat now. She struck out her first time up in the second inning. There's a bunted the ball foul. It was kind of a pop-up. Catcher couldn't get to it in time, so strike 1. Two outs, nobody on. Strike 2. Jenkins squared up to bunt. Didn't bunt. The ball was at the pitch was a strike anyway. There was ball 1. Low and outside. Foul ball off to the right side, back into the baseball field. Remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's another foul ball back behind us. Again, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And wait to get one of the balls back in. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Nobody on. Abby Jenkins, second base, is up to bat. There was a close one, ball 3. Wasn't sure how that one was going to be called. Payoff pitch coming. Foul ball right back to my face. Remains 3-2. Ball hitter. And with 2 outs, Abby Jenkins is on first. That's only the second base runner Elsberry's had in this game. Brings up Addison Steele. She grounded out to third base her first time up. So with Jenkins on first, Addison Steele, right fielder's up to bat. Ball gets through. Throw was down to second. Ball got through, but center fielder was right there to get it. Ball is inside. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Addison Steele. And Jenkins down on second base. The ball got away from the catcher, and Jenkins was about a little over a third of the way to third. And Jenkins just stole third. Bowen, the catcher, hesitated. I think she might have had her out, but she hesitated throwing. So Jenkins is only 60 feet away from getting Elsberry's first run. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and strands a runner. So Jenkins stranded at third base. A lot of work she did getting around there to third base, but she was left stranded 60 feet away. So we go into the top of the 6th inning. The score is Bowling Green 3, Elsberry 0.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We have numerous programs to help your wallet as well as save precious time. Save money with our RX Savings Club program, and you can save time with our medication synchronization program, where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Better value, better service, better health care. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacy in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right, leading off the 6th inning for Bowling Green is McKenna Orff, their right fielder. Foul tip straight back at me. Strike 1. Ball 1 high. There's a high foul ball. Somebody, had 3 of them there and none of them caught it. So that's strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on McKenna Orff. Two balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Brings up number 15, Lily Bowen. Ball hit right to third base, Tyra, and low throw over to first base, but Morgan pulled it out. So 2nd out in the 6th inning. Brings up number 21, Haley Prater. She is their second base. She has not reached yet tonight. Foul tip right into the face mask. Strike 1. That went right into Morgan's face mask. That's why they wear them. And I said Morgan. It's Mackenzie. Right into Mackenzie Gladney's. One of these days I'll start getting something right on these broadcasts. Foul ball, strike two. 2 outs, nobody on. Haley Prater is the batter. Foul ball back behind us. Still strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. So 1-2-3 inning. Kylie Kinzer strikes out 2 of them. And we're going to the bottom of the 6th. Scores Bowling Green 3, Elsberry nothing, and so far Elsberry has not brought their bats with them to the plate.
Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Elsberry Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right. Leading off for the Lady Indians in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's getting late in the game. They need to get some bats going. We have center fielder Tanisha Henderson, number 2. One of the spotlighted players tonight because she's a senior. Tiny brings it from the left side. She struck out her first time up. There's a foul ball that I think, or a foul tip, I think hit everybody on the way back and was heading for me, but I got a fence in front of me. No balls, 1 strike. Squared around the bunt and strike 2. She needs to let them run in and put it over the infielders' heads. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leading off for the Lady Indians in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. And the catcher dropped the ball, but the throw down to first. So there's 1 out for Elsberry. Brings up the top of the lineup, Tyra Henderson. Tyra Henderson is only 1 of 2 base runners tonight for Elsberry. Her lead off the game, or led off the Indians, I guess, Lady Indians, with a base hit in the first inning. First pitch is a ball 1. Foul tip right over my head. Ball hit to short. Hard throw over to first and just not quite in time. She almost beat that out. That's the second out of the sixth inning. Brings up Kelsey Flaster. She struck out her first time up and hit out to third base her second time up. Strike one. Ball one. Swing and a miss, strike two. Two and one. I'm at strike three. It was 1 and 2. So the third out for the sixth inning. Another 1-2-3 inning. And the score at the end of 6 innings is Bowling Green 3, Elsberry 0.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
All right, here we go into the top of the seventh inning. Time is running out. Brings up number 10, Grace Dieters. Ball high. She's had a base hit this game. Strike one. Ball hit up between short and third. So, leadoff batter for Bowling Green is on. Brings up Kennedy Grimsley. Grace Dieters on base. Hard hit ball out into left field. Flaster picks up 1 run, is going to score. And Grimsley tried to turn that into a triple, but she was thrown out. She was thrown out at third base for the first out. And but Grace Dieters scored. That's her second score tonight. Makes the score 4-0 in the top of the seventh inning. And Jade Meyer is up with 1 strike now. Hard hit ball to third base, over to second. Over to first for the out. 5-3 put out on Jade Meyer for the second out. Number 5, Grace Dameron is up to bat now. She's had 3 singles in this game. All 3 of them to the same place. Right field better get ready. Right and right center. Foul tip and just about knocked the GoPro out of place. Strike one. No balls. One strike on Grace Dameron. 2 outs. Nobody on. There's a ball high and outside. Ball hit up the middle, and Grace Dameron is on once again. That's 4 hits for her tonight. And there's going to be a courtesy runner for Grace Dameron. And who do we have here? Number 19. She ran before. That's Megan Graver. So courtesy runner in the form of Graver for Bowling Green. And Tanner Turner is up to bat. She had a base hit her last time up in the 5th inning. So Bowling Green already has another run in here in the top of the 7th. And with 2 outs, they have a runner on first. Ball 1. Ball gets away from Gladney. She picks it up, and Graver is on second now. 2 balls, no strikes on Tanner Turner. Foul ball out of play to the right side, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul ball down to third base line. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball 3, full count. Runner on second base, full count on the batter. 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning. Ball 4. Brings up Elise Walker. She is and Laney Finley is running now for the pitcher, Tanner Turner. So we have 2 courtesy runners on base right now. And we're going to have a pinch. We have Briley Sparks batting. Number 8, flex player. She bats from the left side. Ball 1 on Briley Sparks. Here in the 7th inning, 2 runners on. I wrote that down as a strike. I'll have to remember that. Foul ball to the left side, and there's my strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. 2 runners on. 4-0 is the score in the top of the 7th inning. Elsberry has one more chance. Whoa! Ball hit Sparks, so that loads the bases. So bases loaded now. That should bring up number 14, McKenna Orff. Strike 1. Ball hit right past short. 2-run score. That makes it 6-0 with 2 outs. Foul ball for, that should be Lily Bowen up to bat right now, and it is. Strike 1. Ball 1. Ball too high. Two balls, 2 strikes. That one foul tipped over the fence. If it had been about 5 feet to its right, I'd have had it. Solid hit ball, and another run's coming in to score. That was Sparks that scored that run. That makes the score 7-0 with 2 outs. And Bowling Green is getting some solid hits tonight. Another courtesy runner. That is number 9. That is Avery Gam. I think that's her name. I can't see the back of her uniform right here. So big inning so far for Bowling Green here in the 7th. They've got 4 runs in. Brings up Haley Prater is the batter. Ball 2. Ball 3. Kylie showing a A little bit of frustration, I think. There was a call strike. All this going on with 2 outs. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Full count on Haley Prater. Runners on first and second. Foul ball down to third base, or I should say just down to the left field side. Remains 3-2. Another foul ball way back. And over to the left side into the parking lot, and that's why I parked my truck a long ways off, and I'm not sure I'm not going to start parking it a little bit farther away. Still 3-2. Another foul ball. 3-2 still on Haley Prater. She struck out her last time up in the 6th inning. There's a high fly ball. Tyra's underneath it and has it. But more damage has been done. 4 runs that inning for Bowling Green, which makes the score 7-0 as we go into the bottom of the 7th inning.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, here we go into the bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance for Elsberry. And they need 7 runs just to take it to the 8th inning. And so far their bats just have not woken up. And we are, let's see, they've had 2 base runners tonight. One was a hit by pitch. And Tyra Henderson got on to lead off the Elsberry's game. And so far nobody's been able to do anything since then. A few of them put the ball into play, but it's just been right at the defense, whereas Bowling Green's batters have been able to find those gaps. So Kylie Kinsler starts this inning off. Call strike 1. Jones and Gladney will be up to bat after Kinsler. Ball low and it gets away, but there's no base runners, so no harm in that. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's turning out to be a beautiful evening here. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike on Kylie Kinsler. She flied out to right field her last time up and struck her out her first time up. All right. Kylie Kinsler leads off with a walk. That brings up Morgan Jones. And she has emulated Kylie Kinsler here. She's flied out to right field and struck out her first time up. Call strike 1. Swing and a miss, and Kinsler is into second base with a stolen base. Swing and a miss, strike three. And Kylie Kinsler stole third. So with one out, Kylie Kinsler 60 feet away from getting Elsberry a run. Brings up Mackenzie Gladney. Gladney's grounded out twice. Foul ball back into the right side into the baseball field. There's strike two. No balls, 2 strikes. Ball hit up the middle. It's going to score Kylie Kinsler. So no shutout for Bowling Green. 1 out single scores Kylie Kinsler. All right, and Lily Smith comes in for Kinsler as a courtesy runner. Brings up Peyton Robinson. Robinson has struck out twice tonight. First pitch was a ball. Ball 2. Lily Smith is into second base with a stolen base. Strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 out. Lily Smith down on second base represents scorer number 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second out. So Abby Jenkins up to bat. She was hit by a pitcher last time up, and she struck out her first time up. Lily Smith still down on second base. Ball hit back to the pitcher, over to first for the third out. And that, folks, is what they call the ball game. So, final score here tonight: Bowling Green 7, Elsberry 1. Bowling Green had their best inning in the 7th, where they scored 4 runs. The other 3 runs that they got earlier in the game were just spaced out. One run at a time. They did score 1 run in the top of the first, and picked up 2 more runs later on. But in the 7th inning, they put 4 runs up and sealed the game right there. Elsberry just couldn't seem to get their bats going at any time during this game. While Bowling Green, I don't even want to count up the hits here, but Grace Dameron had 4 hits for the night. Kennedy Grimsley had 3 hits for the night and scored a couple of runs. Grace Dieters had 2 hits. Tanner Turner had a very good hit in the 5th inning, scored some runs, and McKenna Orff with a 2-run RBI in the 7th inning. And for Elsberry, there was, let's see, actually just 2 hits. That's all there was, and 1 walk and a hit by pitch. So there was only four. There was only four base runners for the entire game. Now it looks like we're going to have some a little bit of ceremony here for the seniors. Turn that camera around there a little bit. I'll try to parrot what they're saying over there. And then I'll get back a little bit with what I was talking about on the game. Waiting on the MC to say something. Not exactly sure what they're going to do, but I'm sure it's going to be honoring the four seniors. So sending some flowers out to see exactly what's going to happen here. And Bowling Green team sitting over there watching all of this. I'm glad to see that. Shows respect. And I honestly don't know how long Bowling Green and Elsberry have played sports against each other, but I'd say it goes back a long, long ways. And looks like the all right, and first two seniors that they're honoring tonight. And they are coming down together because they have the same parents. Imagine that, because they're sisters. All right, well, whole lot of things here that they're saying right now that if you listen to the interview tonight or before this game, you're going to hear basically the same things. You're saying Tiny plans to major after graduation. She plans to go into the military and then into criminal justice. And Tyra is going to major in nursing. Now we have Morgan Jones. Once again, what they're saying about her now, you'll hear in the interview with her that I had earlier. The last senior is going to be Kylie Kinsler. As you can see, maybe, Kylie's just a little bit emotional up there. So congratulations to the 4 seniors. Nice little ceremony there. All right, back to talking about the ball game. Like I was saying, Elsberry just couldn't get their bats into the game tonight. And there was only 2 base hits in the game. And that was by Mackenzie Gladney and Tyra Henderson. And they had 1 hit by pitch, so they only had they had what 4 base runners for the entire night. But they did manage to get Kinsler home in the bottom of the 7th, so they weren't shut out. And so let's see, Kinsler struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She struck out 11. She struck out 11 in this game. So pitching was good for Kylie Kinsler, but Bowling Green bats, whenever they hit, they were solid. Again, Bowling Green has that winning attitude. I mean, 2 state championships out of the last 3 years, and you know at least a couple of these girls were on one of those teams, one or both. So anybody that was a freshman on that first one's been on 2 of those teams. So they knew it was going to be a tough sell tonight to defeat Bowling Green. And Bowling Green held on through this whole thing. So anyway, enough of tonight. Tomorrow night we have another game. It's going to be in Clopton. And my plans are to be there. And so the game is at 5 o'clock. I'm going to try to be on at 15 or 20 minutes before 5 o'clock. So watch your YouTube channel and catch me whenever I come on. And so anyway, that's where we'll be tomorrow night. Tonight, we saw Bowling Green defeat Elsberry by a score of 7-1. And so until tomorrow night, this is Kenny Masterson saying a good night from Elsberry softball field. And the Indian Sports Network is off the air. Good night, everybody.